Good morning, community. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening Canning Recipes, a little bit of everything. This morning, we're going to take you on our kitchen garden culinary small high tunnel tour. Stay tuned. So I have the small high tunnel planted with all of my herbs and certain delicacies that I want to have in my kitchen. So let's go around and we'll talk about what I have. First on my list is spearmint. Guys, we love spearmint here in the South. We like it for our teas. We like to freeze dry it, maybe put it in some coffees. So spearmint is a great herb to have in your medicinal gardening. You can make a tincture from it or your culinary garden. Dill is a favorite herb that we grow this time of year. It is a cool weather plant, and so this will probably start to bolt as we get warmer, but what we'll do is we'll clip it off and we'll freeze dry it and save it for our pickling or for our cooking, like for fish or chicken. Holy basil, otherwise known as tulsi. Guys, this is a favorite herb to grow. It is for anxiety and sleep. You would dry your leaves and you would use them in a tea press to make you a tea at night right before bed. Thai basil is my next favorite. This is a beaut. It's an absolute beaut. Got to get that leaf off of there. This is for your stir fries in your Asian gardening, to put on rice, and again to use in your stir fries or to even use in some of your sauces. We haven't forgotten our feverfew. So guys, we have a lot of medicinal plants in here. So feverfew is excellent. It's a natural aspirin, natural anti-inflammatory, and this will be when we start getting flowers. Another favorite is our opal basil. Opal basil is a light basil flavor. It is also a beautiful ornamental. We love to grow this stuff, and if you don't like the very strong Italian basil flavor, this is what you might want to look for. Cannot forget about our kale and our chard. This is great for sauteing, or we can make kale chips, or we can freeze dry it and put it in smoothie mixes, which is going to be high in your vitamin A and your K, and some potassium. So yes, kale and chard is a necessity. Horseradish, guys, this is one of my favorites. You can use this and as a seasoning. You can use it to make for your steak seasoning or for like a sauce, a horseradish sauce. It's also a fantastic medicinal to have, and if you're going to make kimchi, this is going to be a necessity. And here's our Italian basil, otherwise known as large leaf or sweet basil. I kind of cross the two. I know that they sell separately, but to me, guys, they're really close to being the same. This is what you're going to use in your tomato sauce. A lot of people have bought this in the last couple of days. Two yesterday, as a matter of fact, said they were going to make a margarita pizza. Mullein, this is another favorite. This is a medicinal herb, guys. This is for your respiratory. So you want to try to find you some mullein plants. They do grow wild here in Texas. You might can find some on the side of the road, but we're growing it. Thyme, we love our thyme. This is something you can use separately also for your spaghetti sauce or other sauces. And then we have real Greek oregano. These are two of our favorites. We can use this to make an Italian blend when we freeze dry it, or we can use it fresh in any of our sauces and soups. Rosemary. Ooh, this rosemary smells so good. Rosemary is fantastic, not just for its aroma, the aromatic flair. My daughter uses this when she has a headache, and it helps her a lot, but we use this a lot in our pork recipes. Pork and chicken are great for your rosemary. You can also make a tincture out of any of these herbs, guys. Black creme tomatoes. So this, we're getting into my culinary. So we love our black creme tomatoes. These are kind of a cool weather tomato. It is a purplish, kind of a black purplish, wonderful slicer, very meaty, not a lot of water. A pineapple tomato. This is going to be a very large yellow slicer. We've not grown this before, so we're excited to see how this does and its flavor. These are my yellow pear tomatoes. These are a cherry variety. Can't wait to start getting these. They're a very sweet, yellow, pear-shaped tomato. Amish paste is a favorite. It's like a very large Roma, but it's great for making your salsas and your paste, but we'll also use it as a slicer. We cannot forget sage. This is also a culinary necessity, especially around the holidays. This is what people use when they're making their stuffing or their dressing, but it's also good for sausage making. Roma tomatoes, a lot of people use this in their salads. It's also good for making your salsas and your sauces. Chamomile, this is another herb that is good for tea. It is good for sleep, so we can't wait to see how this does. Marshmallow, this is also a respiratory herb, guys. You can eat the leaves, the flowers, and the roots. And the roots are where you're going to find most of your medicinal qualities. You can make a tincture out of this as well. We have several bell peppers in here and jalapenos. We cannot use our trinity without our bell peppers, and of course our jalapenos is fantastic for pickling and also for making our homemade chipotle sauce, our homemade chipotle powder. Patty pan squash, you know from last year, guys, this has quickly become my favorite squash of all. This is a small, round yellow. It looks like an acorn squash, but also like a UFO. This is one of the meatiest, tastiest squashes you'll find if you can get some planted. And then we have our yellow squash here. And then I have more yellow squash. And then I have more patty pan. And down here, we have our zucchini coming up. So we're growing 3 different varieties of squashes this year. We didn't have a lot of luck last year, but we are sure giving it a shot again this year. So here is an overview of the little high tunnel. I'm so excited. It is looking fantastic, guys. We got great things growing in here, and the Lord willing, we'll have us a wonderful harvest. Oh, there's also some cilantro in here. Cilantro is paramount here for the Texas cuisine. It's what you use in your Mexican food or your pico de gallo, which I'm gonna make today. Some fresh pico de gallo. So yes. And this is what your cilantro looks like, and it smells heavenly. We've already freeze-dried quite a bit of this. So this is good fresh. It's good freeze-dried, and if you let it seed, you go get coriander from it, and it will reseed itself. Last but not least, this is a moringa tree, guys. Yes, a moringa tree. In India, it is known as the tree of life. I planted 2 of them out here. These trees are fast growing. It should grow about 12 to 16 feet its first year, and if we want to preserve it over the winter, we'll probably have to cut it down real short and cover it with some hay or some mulch. We'll just have to see how that works out. But the moringa tree is, the leaves are completely edible, and so are the flowers. And we will freeze dry this. This is for your gastrointestinal tract, and it's just good for you all the way around. That's why they call it the tree of life. So you can see in there, everything is looking fantastic. We are so thankful. Greg is working on the big high tunnel this morning, getting some of his tomatoes, his special tomatoes planted. And so it's a very busy day today. And you can see that things are looking beautiful. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new to our channel, be sure and hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up, guys. We love you all. See you soon.